We are going to make some prediction concerning the selection or the announcement of which party or coalition makes it as the majority and minority in the National Assembly. There is the legislative as arm of the government is independent, and so it is given some leeway to make their own decisions and not bound by what the other arms do. But before we go there, I want to say that I made this prediction at the 10th hour. I usually make my predictions way early in time, actually on average at the 4th hour. But now it is almost the 11th hour. A lot of things have happened, a lot of predictions have happened, and my prediction may not seem more as other predictions. In other predictions, like the Supreme Court on the presidential election, somebody even came up and said I had hacked the judicial. And another one said that I was only wrong in the timing. The only thing I was wrong was timing, because I said they will sit down at 3 p.m. and they sat down 3 hours earlier. It is since Kenya attained independence, we have had speakers who are non-lawyers, Ken Lusaka and Professor Ngeno, who was a theologist. So I would have wished two things: that either by law or practice, that in the future we all have all the 49 speakers be lawyers. I would want them to be lawyers, and I would also want there to be a change in the constitution where we don't have independent candidates for governors and presidents. Because if we have a county government, we can say that it is the government of a certain political party or political formation. But the thing of having a governor who is independent, I would want that to be done away with. The other thing I wanted to comment about was now back to not what I wanted to say, but back to the leader of majority. We have had no such precedence at the national level, although at county level we have instances where either the governor is an independent, or we have even had cases where the governor has no majority. A good example is Makueni in the first term, where Professor Kibuda Kibwana was the governor, and the majority of the MCS were from Wiper Party. So we have had such cases and where we have governors who are independent. But in most cases, both at the national and county, has been that the leader, the governor or the president, usually is also the leader of the party with the majority. And you know, there is a challenge there, because majority, if the majority party is not the one with the president and the president's party is the one for the minority, there is a lot of challenges which may take long if I were to cover it. What is going to happen is that the speaker, who is the National Assembly Speaker, who is Moses Masika Ohwa Wetangula, is going to make has to do a lot with it has to do a lot with politics than legal. He will have to bear in mind his political leanings more than the legal aspect. But at the back of his mind, he will have to think that whatever decisions he makes, it ties up future speakers. So he'll be so clever. Yes, of course, he will try as much as possible. Actually, the best speaker we will ever have is Makero. Not Makero. The best speaker is Marende, not Makero. Marende. Marende can make a decision based on reality, based on truth, based on sincerity. But all other speakers, I said Magero, no, Magero Lusaka, Ken Magero Lusaka is the worst speaker. But Ken Otiato is the best speaker ever. But he's not here. We have a speaker called Moses Masika Ohwa Wetangula. He will make decisions covered in, you know that song at Yamejivalia Ngozi ya Kondo na Kumbe Ndani. So he's going to make a decision that is based on his political leanings, but he will clothe it with a lot of legal jargons. There is a letter from the Registrar of Political Parties which Azimio will produce. This letter ties some political parties like PAA, UDM and others to Azimio for at least 3 months from the time of elections. The elections is 1 month away and then 2 more months. So, according to the letter, those parties are tied to Azimio. On the other hand, Kenya Kwanza Alliance can claim that Azimio is a political party and it is not a coalition. I think this is the thing that Masika would really want, Wetangula. He would really want this part because he'll say that you know, in Kenya we make laws to suit personalities and times. We don't make laws that lives a lifetime. But this one, it now will turn against the framers of the law, because we have never had a law where we have a party, a political party that is in a coalition. So Masika Wetangula will decide that he will not go by Azimio as a coalition, but he will go for Azimio as a political party. So he'll say that Azimio political party has 0 MPs in the National Assembly. So he'll say that Azimio has no locus standards. That is the big mistake they made in registering the political party called Azimio. Otherwise, if it was a coalition, Moses Masika Wetangula would have been tied up as such.